We are hopefully live. Just getting everything set up. Wanted to do a quick spontaneous thing, just hanging out with you guys. NAB is almost over, and we've seen a heck of a lot of different releases of different items and sound stuff. So just wanted to do a little kind of hangout and just see what you guys thought of everything. Basically, just trying to get a bit more feedback, a bit more context to the conversation about gear and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so let me know in the comments at the side. I don't know if people are here yet or not. There should be quite a few of you here. So what's your favorite thing? Quite a lot of stuff is around time codes. Seems to be a massive amount of time code, like wars, just to make it sound a lot sexier. So let's see what else. I mean, Mozgear released quite a lot of stuff, which is exciting to see for them. So we had stuff like their little preamp, their little their preamplifier, their headphone preamp, and the stuff as well. We obviously had the UltraSync 1. We had loads of stuff from Zaxcom, body recorders, that kind of thing. More updates from them, which is really cool. Release date for the Diva 24, which was nice. So yeah, I know there's some of you watching, and hopefully there should be a little ability to click somewhere and leave a comment in the chat thing. Let's see if it shows up. And yeah, if anyone's just sitting at home, got a webcam, I can always send you a link and we can just chat as if it was Skype, and everyone can chime in, let me know what you think is best, and yeah, hopefully get a bit of a conversation going. Trying to do loads more videos, as you can see. It's hard when you're over the pond. I really wanted to kind of go out to NAB this year, but it's it's unfortunately just wasn't possible. So just had to do it from kind of over the pond, as I kept saying. Probably if you're watching multiple videos of mine, it's probably getting annoying. So yeah, just trying to get a better kind of list of stuff, really. So let's just kind of go through it. Ambient Recordings releasing the Nano Locket, the Master Clock Plus, Audio Limited showcasing their dual audio receiver, which is cool to see. Audio Root had a new eSmart quad charger, and their batteries are really big, actually. I didn't even realize. Their smart batteries are 98 watt hours, I think, which is quite a lot if you're going to carry it on a plane or anything. It's getting to annoying levels. So I'd love to hear from anyone who's actually using any of the Audio Root stuff. Just get in those comments. And what else do we have? Let's see. We've got the DPA microphone Peeps launching the D Vice. Very clever what they did there. And that's the MMA digital audio interface for phones, only for iPhone, not for poor little Samsung here, but also for your Mac or your PC as well. So again, predominantly aimed at the kind of journalists or just the, I don't know, people getting involved. Again, we're seeing generally, I think, in the whole scheme of things, a lot of the different areas and variations now starting to fill in. We used to have quite a lot of stuff being purely high end or very, very low end, and now, just like camera, when the 5D came along, it's now a case of kind of, I guess, closing the gap in various different ways as companies try to innovate and take the best stuff that they've put in their high end, try and bring it slowly down the line. And I think we're starting to see more specific fit-for-purpose devices. I think quite a lot of companies have brought out great stuff that cover a whole range. And now I think we're going to start to get really more specific in terms of, hopefully there should be more stuff that's just targeted at maybe bag work, or just stuff targeted at carts, And I think that's going to be more and more viable as, again, more and more people around the world are connected. For instance, as different sound recordists, and yeah, just more people are coming into the market. More video is not going away. Everything is, if anything, there is going to be more and more work, but it's just a case of making sure that obviously, as they're bringing in kind of people that are novices to sound, or it's not their main focus, like for instance a photographer doing an interview, that kind of thing. I think the important thing is just to, I guess, yeah, make sure that, I guess, we stay on top of the curve, knowing more about sound than anyone else, right? Because that's how you pretty much stay in the job. And of course, being fun. Attitude is the main thing. So yeah, I don't know, a bit of a hangout, bit of talk about the industry, I guess. What else do we have? K-Tech brought out 2 new things that kind of related to each other. We had the K-Tech BB1, which is their boombox. So it's kind of a custom kind of Apple box boombox that they put together, make in California, I believe. So made to order, and they made like a classic pole accessory for that, for a plug-on transmitter, so you could still fit your boom pole in the boombox, but not have basically all the, yeah, just not have it in the way. There's a version that they did before called the KTA2, and that is a little wider, and I don't think that would fit in. This would, I assume, make sense of why they've released the one which is the KTA2B, because then you can actually fit that in with the boombox as well. Yeah, let me know if you use a boombox, as in any sort of kind of solution for yeah, holding a boom pole up. I know a lot of people with carts obviously have it. I mean, this is mainly aimed, this was built by is it William Monroe, and he's a professional boom op, and obviously has his own, he made this basically so he could hold his own pole as well as get a seat, I guess. So that's pretty cool. And we had the Electrosonics. We had the digital wireless monitoring system that they brought out, the Duet. And I did a whole I think half-an-hour live stream with Carl from Electrosonics, so you'll be able to see all that, and even I'll try and get some more stuff after the show. Well, I'm going to try and get stuff with everyone after the show, to be honest, because it's obviously absolutely mental for them all out there right now. And yeah, I should be able to see and do more information on like the wireless designer, and just try and, yeah, I'm just trying to really just get as much information out as physically possible, because a lot of stuff you have to do a lot of digging around. So just hopefully trying to just pull from multiple resources all together. If you haven't already subscribed to Gotham Sound, look them up. They're a retailer out in, I think they're all over the US, to be honest. But they've done loads of great videos on actually being at NAB, which is obviously very useful to actually have the products right in front of you. And they, of course, sell quite a lot of the products as well. So yeah, very good relationship with all the manufacturers and stuff. What else? Let's get back to the list. So we had Rycot, and they've brought out the advanced overcovers and stickies. Again, this is taking from their, I guess, what would now be known as the basic design of just the sticky being the kind of semicircle with a little lip on the bottom. And they've basically brought out 3 different versions. One's for the RM11 accessory, one is for the DPA kind of concealer, and one is kind of one with a circle in the middle, and interested to kind of test the use of that as well. I'm also going to be doing a lot with Ursa straps. I need to film a few videos for them right now, to be honest, and that's what I'll do kind of after this little hangout. And yeah, let's just go back to the list, I guess. So Moz Gear brought out the Mongo, which is the headphone monitor amplifier. They brought out the Qubit, which is like the most ridiculously small timecode generator that I've seen so far. Comes with a BNC or with a LEMO, depending which one you buy. Only 4.5 hour battery life, but you can plug it in off camera. You can plug it in. There's a LEMO. No, there's a, is it 4-pin Hiroshi, I think. and so you could use that off kind of the power bank and the camera, or just for kind of, you could buy a few of them. I think they're only about $200, and you could keep swapping them on and off for things like if they're on an Alexa Mini or something like that, because they really are ridiculously small, the size of a 9-volt battery, and they're only that tall because of the BNC connection. They would actually be even shorter with the LEMO connection, which is really cool to see. And they brought out the P10, which is the small microphone preamplifier as well, which is going to be useful for quite a lot of people. Soundguy Solutions brought out quite a few things. They advanced on their kind of lav bullet, a lot of stuff for the Zaxcom, new Zaxcom range, the ZMT3 range, for you to be able to clip that onto your boom pole. Did a lot about the ZMT3 already as well. So yeah, so they just brought out loads of great stuff for that. And you can even get a phantom cable with or without an RF filter on it as well. So that's pretty awesome. We saw Tentacle Sync bring out a new updated model for them, and you're going to be able to get it via Bluetooth, so you can get a lot of them all together on one, just all controlled from your phone, which is really nice to see. Again, keeping with the theme of keeping it small and light from their classic design from before, which is amazing. And then we've got Timecode Systems, and they brought out the UltraSync 1, which is fantastic because it's, I think, one of the only ones out there that has Genlock and timecode. You can do both of them simultaneously, again, from one ridiculously tiny box. Those are the two kind of main contenders for me, seem to be the Timecode Systems and the Ambient, depending which one you're in. Both have fantastic advantages. And if you haven't got into either of those yet, like I personally haven't, I've still got Tentacles, it's a really, really tough decision. They both managed to be not obviously identical products. They both definitely offer something different, but it's really interesting, and hopefully trying to get more kind of, just more general information about the ACN network and that kind of thing as well. So that's kind of the main winner for me. I mean, let me know again in the comments, or you can, I don't know, tweet me or something to give me feedback on what you think about the different timecode options that are now available. There's loads. Ursa Straps showed you the thigh strap. They updated the thigh strap with also a cable hold, which is really, really good because it's so successful on their waistband versions. Wizzycom brought in a wideband antenna and a wideband antenna with an amplifier. And again, much like all their other stuff, massive wide range on those, from like the 400s up to the 1,300 megahertz, which is pretty insane, or even up to 800 megahertz. And Zaxcom released loads of stuff as well as just keeping us updated. So the Diva 24, the RX12R, the ZFR 400, the ZMT HM, which is like the plug-on version, and the ZMT3 Phantom, which is like to connect to make a wireless boom pole kind of transmitter. But you're going to be able to also record on both of those units as well, which I think is always really, really good as a backup. And if you've got ZaxNet and that kind of thing, then you're going to be able to, it's going to basically jam the timecode wirelessly on that as well. So yeah, looking at it, that's pretty much everything that we've seen released so far, I think. That pretty much covers it up, I guess. Sound Devices also brought out the MD4, which is kind of an interface for Dante and all that kind of stuff. Not something that I'm super familiar with. They also brought out the MixPre 3 and the MixPre 6, which is fantastically, ridiculously low noise, as well as a really nice setup, actually. It's a really small unit, but nice big kind of fader knobs and all of that kind of jazz, which is really nice to see. So yeah, I guess there hasn't been that many comments, although we've got quite a few people watching. So I think I'll just kind of end it here. Maybe I'll be able to add in some sort of polling or something. And again, need to do quite a few videos for Ursa straps. I'm going to be bringing out lots and lots of exciting stuff, so I'm just holding off on sharing for now. And yeah, we should be able to get back to that soon. All right. Well, that pretty much sums it up for NAB for me at the moment. Let me know in the comments what you think is your favorite, and should hopefully be having more of these kind of live hangouts soon, I reckon. So until next time.